Hello, fellow YouTubers. Welcome to this video. That is a little bit better. This video will be a Wrestlemania 32 prediction video. Now, for those of you who don't know, I will hopefully be doing a live stream of Wrestlemania 32. I'm not making any promises. It might just be a review after the fact, because it might not work. I haven't been able to test it yet. I'm a procrastinator. Now y'all know. But anyway, I'm going to take the 11 WrestleMania matches, and I'm going to decide who is actually going to win these matches. Because I'm going to be right here, and I'll prove you all wrong. Okay, we're going to start things off with Ryback versus Kalisto. Come on, WWE. This had to be on the pre-show? Yeah, freaking... You have AJ Styles versus Chris Jericho on the main show. You have New Day versus League of Nations on the main show. You can't put Ryback versus Kalisto on the main show? This is Ryback's first United States Championship victory. He should be on there. He really should be. But anyway, I predict Ryback winning this. Sin Cara just came back because he's in the IC title ladder match. Unless the idea is for them both to win the mid-card belts. But realistically, we know that's not happening. Ryback has to win. You can have a follow-up match at Extreme Rules, and then Kalisto and Sin Cara can unite together to go back to being a tag team. Can't see Kalisto winning this. Maybe they'd let him win, but it would serve no purpose. Ryback just turned heel for whatever dumb dick reason. Let me just say this real fast. I am a fan of the big guy. I am not a fan of what they're doing with him as a heel right now. I don't think he'll ever work as a heel. It's kind of interesting in modern WWE that most of the time it's the small, like, indie wrestlers who the fans want to cheer for, and yet then you have a guy like Ryback who will never get the correct reaction as a heel. He's just a natural born face. They can't figure that out. Regardless, Ryback's winning that. Then we have the Total Divas, which is Brie Bella, Paige, Natalya, Alicia Fox, and Eva Marie versus Bad and Blonde, which is Lana, Summer Rae, Naomi, Emma, and Tamina. What? This caught me off guard. Not even gonna lie to you guys. I hear Brie Bella's retiring. Gotta imagine the faces are winning this. And I'm assuming if Brie Bella's retiring, she's the face. I haven't really been watching Raw, so I'm really not sure, to be honest. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section. But it's interesting because it's also Lana's first match. So maybe they'll make the bad guys win because, you know, it's her first match. And I mean, Emma, she's had like 3 matches. If I had to put money on it, I'm saying the Total Divas are winning this. Not that it'll really matter. But I mean, hey, it's another Divas match on the card. Yeah. I mean, it's not quite Team Bestie versus Team Bella, which we'll never get now. But, it's something. And then on the pre-show, we have the Usos versus the Dudleys. And again, this is something I must have missed. Because why would anybody care about this match? It doesn't seem interesting at all. See, I'm yawning thinking about this match. Why is it here? I mean, I'm sitting here saying the Usos have to win because, you know, you need an actual tag team that's going to stick around. But the Dudleys haven't won, like, anything. So you almost think they have to win. I'll just say the Usos, because why not? Maybe they'll win by, like, disqualification, because it's in the gimmick, not the gimmick, the thing that Dudley's running with is that they're not putting people through tables anymore. So I mean, if they're not, I mean, putting one of the Usos through a table would be kind of the way to end the match, maybe. If not, I see the Usos winning clean. Don't know why the Dudleys came back. Then we have the New Day versus the League of Nations. Why? I feel like that's my question for every match on this card so far. Why? The New Day, most over tag team this company has. The New Day, somebody everybody wants to watch. If you're a casual fan, you want to watch them. If you're a hardcore fan, you want to watch them. And then you have the League of Nations, the group nobody cares about. It's a 3-on-4 handicap match. Tag titles aren't on the line, according to Wikipedia. So, I want to say New Day has to win, but the fact that tag titles aren't on the line kind of makes me think the League of Nations has to win. And you can set up another rematch at Extreme Rules. What happened to this WrestleMania card? Then there's the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royale, and the list of confirmed participants so far. There's supposed to be 20 men in there. It's Heath Slater, Curtis Axel, Adam Rose, Bo Dallas, Big Show, Kane, Tyler Breeze, Mark Henry, Jack Swagger, Fandango, Damian Sandow, Darren Young, Connor, Victor, Goldust, and R-Truth. That's 15 guys. So I'm guessing there has to be a surprise or two, which kind of actually is my list. If I was going to guess, there's only 5 guys I can see winning this. It's Mark Henry, because you're in Texas. Might as well. And then maybe he could announce his retirement on Raw the next night. Let him just go off into the sunset. You got Goldust. They've been devoting so much TV time to the Golden Truth that I don't get why they're not a tag team. I don't get why there's not really a story here. Don't get why we've been wasting so much time on this. Unless the idea is to get my man Goldust to win. And then he can be Mr. Andre the Giant Battle Royale winner, I guess. You can add that to his list of accomplishments. R-Truth, maybe? Same reason. And then my 2 kind of oddball picks. I'm going to throw in Seth Rollins and John Cena. And I know everybody's in there like, they're injured. I know they are. But if, like, you can't, there's nowhere else you can just randomly throw them in at WrestleMania. There's just nowhere else. So maybe the idea is to throw them into the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royale, have one of them win it. I don't see the harm. I mean, the fans, they'd probably cheer for Cena winning it. I think they would. Seth Rollins winning it would be great. Especially if he, like, eliminated, I guess, Kane. Not gonna lie, I'm not excited for this match. And speaking of not excited for this match, next we have AJ Styles versus Chris Jericho. This company just... they fought like 3, 4, 5 times now. Why do I want to watch WrestleMania to see them fight again? Couldn't you have had them fight on the house show circuit? Something? This is what I don't get. The company loves The Miz. Now, I love The Miz too. You know, that's all fine and good. They kind of have him beef with people when they show up. Like, I mean, like AJ Styles. He almost had a beef with them. What was it? Chris Jericho, when he came back a couple years ago, he almost feuded with him. And they kind of just drop it. I don't get that. The Miz actually gets heat. So the fans would actually want to cheer for AJ Styles. But this match is on the main card. There's no stipulation to it, so it's just another normal one-on-one match. I cannot see it being anything good. Like, none of the matches have actually, like, hooked me in yet. The one in, what was it, Fastlane? I think they fought at Fastlane. It was kind of dull, in my opinion. And there's no real reason to continue the feud. And I'm guessing AJ has to win. And then Chris Jericho can ride off into the sunset again after this. Great booking. Then there's the Intercontinental title ladder match, which has Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, Dolph Ziggler, Zack Ryder, Sin Cara, Miz, and Stardust in it. Okay, realistically, right off the bat, Zack Ryder, he ain't winning this. I didn't even know he's back on TV. So, I don't see Sin Cara winning it. There's no point in having Stardust win it, or The Miz. I guess you can kind of make an argument for Dolph Ziggler. I guess. But realistically, I'm thinking it's going to be Kevin Owens or Sami Zayn. And that's just my thought. If I was putting money on a guess, I'd say Kevin Owens. Even though it kind of sucked for Sami Zayn. But you can't really be sure. I mean, last year when they did it, they had Daniel Bryan win it. Like, they were trying to bring prestige back. Maybe they'll have Daniel Bryan there to endorse Sami Zayn like he did when Ryback won it. This card just keeps underwhelming me. Then they screwed up the Divas match. Charlotte, Becky Lynch, and Sasha Banks. Why couldn't we have just had a one-on-one match here? Really? Yeah. But, don't know why we couldn't have had a one-on-one match. Pretty sure it's going to end the same way. Either way. It's gotta be Sasha Banks. You imagine? I mean, unless the whole storyline is to put the belt on Becky Lynch after not putting the belt on her for multiple months on end. It's gotta be Sasha. Because there's no way they're letting Charlotte continue this lackluster, boring, god-awful title reign. There's just no way. So it's gotta be Sasha. Ambrose versus Brock Lesnar. And, this match kind of makes me mad a little bit. Like, I don't care if it's a street fight. But, like, when you had Lesnar fight CM Punk in a similar match, Lesnar had to win. Okay. Now, people are trying to convince me that Ambrose should win this. And I can kind of see their point. But at the same point, no. It doesn't quite make sense. This is the guy who pretty much eliminated the entire Wyatt family from the Royal Rumble by himself. This is Brock Lesnar. Okay, I don't quite get how that can work. I do kind of agree that Ambrose has to win because he's lost everything. But Lesnar is face right now. He still has apparently years on his deal. Ambrose has been a jobber to the stars all year. I'm sorry, guys. It's got to be Lesnar. I can't imagine the company's letting Dean Ambrose win this match. Now, before I get to the final two matches, the matches probably the only thing people care about. I have to be the person to say this, okay? The Authority has to win one of these matches. They can't lose them both. And I know a lot of you are saying, why can't they? Wouldn't that make an even better WrestleMania? No, it wouldn't. If Triple H still has the championship and Shane is the general manager of Raw, that makes for much more compelling television. If Roman Reigns wins the belt and the Authority is still in charge, it still makes some compelling television. But if Roman Reigns wins it and Shane wins control of the show, what's going to be the reason to watch? The WWE loves these badass face versus the heel Authority, and they also love having the long-term heel champion versus like the face Authority. They love McMahon versus McMahon. You don't get any of that if the Authority loses both of their matches. So one of these matches the Authority is going to win. And realistically, I couldn't say with certainty. I have to imagine that the WWE is letting Roman Reigns win. I have to. Because if not, what are you going to do? Roman Reigns gets there and loses again in the main event of WrestleMania. Granted, I do think that would be the better way to go, because then you can have Triple H versus Seth Rollins at SummerSlam, or I don't know, Battleground or something like that, or Extreme Rules even. You have choices. I do think Roman Reigns is winning though, and that just, it's kind of underwhelming to me, to be honest. And I think a lot of people agree. But with my whole big spiel at the beginning, if Roman Reigns wins, then I'm almost certain that Taker is winning. Because then you need the Authority still in power so they can still mess with him. I can't imagine the Authority losing both. You guys really have to think about this for a second, okay? There is no storyline continuation if the Authority loses both matches. The Authority is done, and with Extreme Rules set next month, well, it's later this month, I think, but if they do that, there's no real reason to watch, because we might get like a Roman Reigns Triple H rematch, but it's not going to be like that amazing of a pay-per-view. Realistically, the Authority is winning one of these. I think Triple H versus Roman Reigns will be a good match. People, I don't think they're realizing how good of a match it'll be, because Triple H has always kind of been like the best of every world kind of guy, except for like luchador style or flippy kicky stuff. He's going to go in as the face, and there is no question in my mind. And Roman Reigns is going to go in as a heel. Now, realistically, Roman Reigns is going to win, and this is not going to be the main event. Because with Roman Reigns winning, the fans are going to think that Shane is going to win too. Even though he's not. When you have your Shane versus Taker in Hell in a Cell, like last year, I think, and I'm not saying this with any certainty, but I think there's a swerve planned. I think that they're going to debut Finn Balor that night. I mean, really, imagine how crazy that would be. Because isn't Finn Balor main eventing the NXT show that the night before? You figure he is the closest gimmick. I mean, I don't necessarily even agree with that, but a lot of people think, to The Undertaker. So you can have Finn Balor debut and either cost The Undertaker or help The Undertaker. Could you imagine if the whole mindset is like think back to WrestleMania, what was it, like 16? When there was a McMahon in every corner, it'd be like the same thing, except it'd be like there's a supernatural being in every corner, except they don't be Shane and Vince. I really think that Finn Balor has to be involved. Because realistically, okay, people, why are you people bad-mouthing this match? This match is perfect. Because, A, they can just go at it for like 10 minutes. Throw some punches. Good-looking punches, I'm sure. They'll be throwing punches. They'll do a few suplexes. Everybody loves a good suplex. Just ask Brock Lesnar. Then, they're going to do a high spot or two. Realistically, that's what Shane do. And then 4, you're going to have interference. You have to. It's a McMahon match at WrestleMania. You just have to. There's too much on the line to not have any interference, if that makes any sense. So realistically, I'm picking Taker to win this match. Because you still haven't had Taker versus Sting, you still haven't had Taker versus Cena. You still haven't had Taker Finn Balor. Now, I'm not trying to be that guy. I'm really not. But, I mean, yeah, this would be the year to do it. But Shane isn't going to stay. I really don't think he is. If you're not having Shane stay, then he can't win. If you're going to have Roman Reigns win the belt, you can't have Shane win. Unless he, wins via an assist from Roman Reigns. I just... To recap, okay, Ryback versus Kalisto. I'm picking Ryback to win the United States Championship. The Total Divas versus Team Bad and Blonde. It's Total Divas night. Usos versus Dudleys. It's got to be the Usos. New Day versus League of Nations. I'm thinking it's League of Nations. Set up a follow-up match at Extreme Rules. Andre the Giant Battle Royale. If I'm putting money on it, Goldust, because he's my favorite. After that, John Cena. AJ Styles versus Chris Jericho. It's a I don't care match, and it's AJ Styles. Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, Dolph Ziggler, Zack Ryder, Sin Cara, Miz, Stardust for the IC title. In the ladder match, it's Kevin Owens. Charlotte, Becky Lynch, Sasha. It's Sasha Banks. Ambrose versus Lesnar. It's Lesnar. Don't agree with that decision, but it's Lesnar. Triple H versus Roman Reigns. It's Roman Reigns. And then Shane versus Taker. It's Taker. And that will be the main event of the night, and there's no question of that. If they main event Triple H versus Roman Reigns, it's going to be one of those stupid decisions like The Rock versus Hogan not main eventing, Shane Taker at 25 not main eventing, what was it, Shawn Flair at 24, I believe. It's going to be something like that if they have a Triple H Reigns win. That'd be pretty hilarious because that'd be the third time that a Triple H match is main evented a show it really shouldn't have. WrestleMania it shouldn't have. Over a better match that everybody knew would be the bigger thing. But anyway, if you've enjoyed the video, like, comment, share, subscribe. Y'all know the routine. And also, for real, I'm going to try to live stream for WrestleMania. I'm not going to be showing the screen. Not about that live. I might show it once or twice. Just be like, oh, look, here's this guy doing this thing. But that's about it. So, you're going to be watching my reactions. If you guys think that won't be interesting, I can always just do a review show right after it when I'm still pumped from the show. But, yeah, that's about it. So if you enjoyed the video, do all that stuff, and peace out, home skillets.